Hello, I'm Canon EOS photographer RandallMRueff, and today I'm here to talk to you about compact flash cards and their sizes. First of all, this is my Canon Rueff XT. Love this camera. I wish I had a newer camera with a higher resolution and all that, but that's another video. Can't afford it right now. Okay, on my camera right here, on this particular camera, to get to my compact flash card, I simply push, pull out, and you can see my compact flash card. Simply push the button, it pops out. Okay. Now, this is an 8GB Kingston technology compact flash card. This is the Type 2 card. There's a Type 1 and a Type 2. This is the Type 2. It's 8GB. Now you're asking, how many gigabytes do I need? Do I need to buy a camera with 1 or 2 slots? Some of the newer professional cameras have 2 slots. How big of a card do I need? You know, is smaller okay? Is bigger better? Always. Okay, first of all, let's talk about size. The physical size of the card is the same for a 4GB, 8GB, 32GB, whatever the case may be with Type 2. Now, this is an 8GB card. Another thing we need to talk about, the physical size is the same. We discussed that. The 8GB tells how much it will hold. It will hold 8GB, or approximately 8GB of data. Okay, we'll talk about that here in a minute. Next thing is 133 times. That is 103 times the standard speed. So basically, 133 times would be not as good as 150 times or 300 times, but better than, you know, obviously more times is better, is what I want to say. More times is better. The higher this number, before the X, the faster it's going to work. And that's very important, especially if you're shooting with professional fast cameras, okay? Now, 8GB, is 8GB enough? Do I need less? Okay. Well, in general, the smaller the number, the 8GB, compared to 4. Now, obviously, 4GB is going to be cheaper. 2GB is going to be even cheaper. You know, 16GB is going to be more expensive. 32 is going to be more expensive. Generally speaking, however, because it's 133 times, you might get a 16GB that is, say, I don't know, I'm just throwing a number off here. Let's say it's 80 times, which means it's a higher capacity, but it's not as fast, and it could be the same price or lower. So there's two things to consider when you're looking at price, and that is the size and the speed. Okay, size and speed. These are very nice. These are high technology items. They're not very expensive. I think I paid $40 for this, around $40 with shipping. $40. I've never had a single problem with this card. I've had this card for about 3 years now, and I haven't had a single issue with this card. And I've used it numerous times. I mean, it's been used a lot. So I mean, they're very well made, especially when you get a name like Kingston or some of the better known name brands. They're very well made. I mean, you can drop them, throw them. I mean, obviously I don't throw mine around, but you can if you actually have to. The chip is actually, it's inside the plastic, and the contacts are right there, so you can see where your camera actually hooks up. Let's talk about capacity. 8GB. Now, with my Rueff XT here, I shoot 8 megapixel photographs. Now, obviously, if you shoot 12, 16, 18, you're not going to get as many photographs on the same card. Or if you shoot a camera with, say, 2.1 or 4 or 6, you're going to get more photos. Now, having said that, on most cameras like mine, you can adjust the file size. For example, the JPEG file size can be small, medium. There's 2 small sizes, 2 medium sizes, and 2 large sizes. So there's 6 choices on the compression of JPEGs. So that can affect the storage capacity as well. I mean, if you're shooting, when it comes to JPEG, I shoot as large as I can shoot. I mean, I like the higher quality even though it takes up more space, obviously, on the card, I prefer to get the maximum JPEG I can get. Okay, that's just me. I mean, I like it. That's the way I work. Okay, with that in mind, this will hold at 8 megapixels. This will hold 5,000 or 6,000 pictures. That's right, not 500 or 600, 5,000 or 6,000. Okay, I shot this one time. The biggest event I've ever been to was, let me say not the biggest event, but the event where I shot the most photographs. I shot like 4,500 pictures in one day. That's a lot of pictures, because there was a lot going on. There was bands and people getting awards and soldiers. I mean, just, you know, all kinds of. It was an event in Columbus, Indiana, where this new thing was being dedicated, and they had soldiers reading stuff and soldiers dressed up, and the old soldiers and the new soldiers, the current soldiers, and they had mayor giving speech. I mean, a lot of things take pictures of people dressed up, you know, it was a lot going on. I shot over 4,500 pictures, and this thing was approximately half full. Not even half full. So I've never actually filled it to capacity, but 4,500 pictures in one day is a lot. I mean, I ran through more batteries than I did cards. But so it really holds it. And for the average person just shooting a casual point and shoot camera, 4 GB card is going to be sufficient. Okay. Now, obviously, the reason I like to have this 8 GB, or I'd like to have a bigger one, is because I'm the kind of person, I'm always afraid I'm not going to have enough, you know, when it comes to memory. Even though I know this will hold more than I can ever shoot probably in one day, unless I'm just sitting here and hold the trigger. But I like to be, you know, as a Boy Scout, they say be prepared. I like to have an extra space and know that extra space is there. Because one of the first photographers I worked for that used digital photography, we did a wedding, and he just bought a new digital high professional camera that was digital, and he bought a really small card, and he ran out of room real quick. And I always since then I always remember, I gotta have enough memory, gotta have enough cards. This 8 gigabyte card has served me very, very well. Highly recommend the Kingston. I mean, there's a lot of companies there's several companies that make really good ones, but Kingston is just one example of a company that makes very good CF2 cards. Highly recommend it. So there you go. There's the basics of CF and CF2 or compact flash cards for your digital camera. So until next time, I'm Canon EOS photographer, RandallMRueff, saying thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless